Hey everyone, day 5. So, sorry I'm a little bit winded, halfway up a mountain here, but it's actually a very cool looking spot, and so I had to get this on. So, this point forward, it's just me. Jamie decided this was my dream, not his, so he's headed home. We were at Above the Clouds Hostel last night to get out of the storms that came through, and he decided to head home. He has a shuttle driver taking him from the hostel to Amtrak somewhere in Gainesville, I want to say. But anyway, so I'm just on my own, and we'll see how well I do at this vlogging. But anyway, it's a cool spot, a lot like the second day when it was all like fogged in. So no views, but still some cool trail. Alright, hopefully I can give you some view at some point, maybe from the top. Alright, I think I'm ready to move on. Well, this is a bummer. It was quite a hike up here. I'm on top of this outcropping, and struggle to get up this rock slide here. There's like a fork in the trail here. I went down thinking that was the way to go, and then it just seemed to peter out. So then I thought, no, I gotta go up. Came all the way up here, get on the far out, and like, nope, it's definitely not up here. So I'm off the trail right now, trying to find my way back to it. So anyway, it's gonna be a fun ride down. I'll probably slide down it on my butt, but I just thought, as long as I'm up here, I might as well film it. Help remind me that there's no white blazes on the trees around here, other than the one leading away from here the way I came. This doesn't really help me a whole lot. So I know I'm close. I just not really sure where to go going forward. Hopefully far out will help. So, first dumb move of the day.
It's like an amazing view. I can't see him. You know?
It is an amazing view.
It's still cool. That's okay. Oh, that's what I mean, is it's so cool because
So, good morning.
wow, what a beautiful view.
This is the highlight. I got to get it all on camera. It's taken a while to get it all in though, but we are at the top, right?
Of whatever this is.
Is it? Or are we going to go through the woods there a little bit and there's going to be another uphill? All right, well, you never know going that direction, but otherwise we're at the top. So, anyway. All right, that's enough of the view. All right, got a little bit of a level spot here. Turns out that viewpoint I was just at was not the top, but I think I'm at the top right now because now it's starting to aim downwards. So there was actually quite a bit more to go, but it does look like something out of Lord of the Rings right now, and have a little bit of a tramily going here early on in the first 5 days. I think there was about 8 of us at the start a couple days ago. Every day it seems like a couple more drop off. Today we're losing Ernie, otherwise known as Turtle now. He is taking a 0, so he's going to fall behind a day. And then we have 2 others going to get a late start today. Maybe they'll catch back up with us. Hopefully they will. And right now there's 3 of us left kind of leading the way. Although easy for me to say because I'm like number 3. I'm not really leading anything. The only time I led today is when I took a wrong turn and climbed up those rocks earlier. I think I filmed from up there. What you didn't see was my graceful exit to get back on the trail. I did eventually find the trail, but I had to slide on my butt back down to get down the rocks. It was like a sheer slide of rock, all rainy and wet, so I had to slide on my butt. And of course, I get about 10 feet from the bottom, and that's when I lost control. Tumbled the rest of the way down, just as my tramily caught up with me. So just a little embarrassing. My first fall on the trail, and of course I had to have an audience. And Tracker, who I'll have to explain the name later, how she got Tracker last night at the hostel. Funny story to us anyway, so I'll share that a little bit later, but maybe I can get Tracker to share her own story. We'll see. But anyway, she now named that area where I fell. She calls it the Root Scoot. And apparently she's blogging, so apparently she's going to put that in her blog, so that way my embarrassment can be out there for everybody to know. And otherwise, having a good time. And right now, the trail is actually really nice right at the moment. And still wet. I'm wet. Got all my clothes washed at the hostel yesterday, only to take a tumble in the mud today, so it didn't last long being clean. Hey everybody. I just thought I'd take a moment going up this mountain, and sometimes you just have to stop and look around. I would have missed this view if I'd have just kept going with my head down on the ground. And here's the view behind me, and very cool. Hold on a second, I got a bug in my ear. Oop, I killed him. Anyway, it's a very cool view. I don't think I'm at the top of this mountain, but it was I thought worth sharing. And you can kind of see the trail I came up behind me. And then I don't have, obviously, my tripod. I thought I lost it. I did find it, but somewhere in here I think there's another white blaze behind me though, on a tree back there somewhere. But that's the way I'm going. But I just thought I'd stop and take in the view. Sometimes you forget to do it. It is pretty cool being up here. Nobody around me now. Haven't heard or seen anyone for, I don't know, a while anyway. But check out that view. This is just off the top of Blood Mountain, tallest mountain in Georgia. I got talked into climbing it by my tramily. So they're actually way ahead of me going down the hill. That's my slow part. They're rushing to get down to Neels Gap before there's a store down there that closes at 5. It's like 3:30. But I'll take my chance. If I don't make the store, oh well. Holy cow. Climbing down Blood Mountain, the tallest mountain. And this is what I'm coming down. I'm trying not to fall here. This, I'm sure the camera doesn't do it justice, but this is a very steep decline, I guess, since I'm going down. So either I slide down this on my butt, or I gotta find a way kind of in those cracks around it, which is what I think I'm gonna do. I already slid on my butt once today. But thank God it's not raining today. Yet, anyway. It looks like it might rain anytime. I see some nasty clouds over in the distance there. But anyway, I'll try and make that store. Hey everybody. So this is end of day 5 on my hike on the AT. I'm being kind of quiet because I'm in a hostel here at Mountain Crossings Historic Hostel. It was built by the CCC back in the 1930s, and it's pretty creepy, like out of a horror show, but mainly because there's only 3 of us here. The other 2 are already in bed, so I'm trying to be quiet. But there's some interesting stuff in here. So before I talk about what I did on the trail today, I just thought I'd give you a little idea where they're at. But let me switch this around. So I'm like sitting here in the main little living room area and kitchen area. But here's the interesting thing. There's this sign up here that says detention center. like sometime in the past, this thing was like a prison or something. And the room with the bunks where we're staying has a boarded over window and an old fashioned lock to lock you in. So that's where we're staying tonight. And then there's also this room, this door that's really old door that's locked, that's in by the bunks. And so we were kind of talking about how this is like right out of some sort of nightmare horror movie. And we were kind of laughing about it, with just the three of us here. Well, and then, of course, as you come in, there's this really old mirror that's kind of like, who's watching you on the other side of that mirror? I don't know. Very, very creepy. Anyway, so I just thought I'd kind of share that so you know where I'm at. But Jamie is actually supposed to edit videos and put them out there for the first 4 days. And he's on a train ride back. He said he's had enough. This was more my dream than his. So he's going back to his real life. And I don't blame him. I'm just glad he came out here with me for 5 days, because if you include the first day on the approach trail and then the 4 days on the Appalachian Trail, and the last day was a miserable one with rain and thunderstorms, and we wound up on that one. We also stayed in a hostel to get out of the rain, because the night before we got rained on. My tent, I have it hanging in here just to dry out from a couple days ago, so it hasn't dried out yet. But anyway, so Jamie's on his way back, and so this is the day 5 video. But we started at the Above the Clouds Hostel today, and hiked about 11 miles over Blood Mountain, which is the tallest mountain in Georgia on the AT, but I think it's like the second tallest in the state of Georgia. But anyway, it was a miserable climb, and I think I got some shots for it that you've already seen. But anyway, so today was kind of eventful. I had a little tramily I was traveling with, but they're all like in their 30s, and I'm kind of the geriatric one in the group, so I'm always falling behind. Well, at the end of the day, they kind of went on up the trail from this shelter here, or this hostel, where they came here and then kept going. And me and 2 other guys decided to stay here and not do that. And I think that was a better choice, because I got to take a shower and stuff. But anyway, I had 2 firsts on the trail today. I fell twice. And the first time I was I got lost going up some rock kind of cliff thing, and I was climbing it, and it was real pain in the butt. And I get to the top of it, and like, this doesn't look like the trail. So I get out the map, and I realize, you know what? I now have to go back. And when I go back, all I could do was slide down on my butt. And about, I don't know, I slid down maybe 50 feet, and about 10 feet from the bottom, I lost control and went tumbling the final 10 feet, just as 2 of my tramily that I mentioned that kept going today came around the corner and saw me. So they started calling it the root scoot maneuver for coming down the mountain. And so the only thing hurt was my pride. But then a little later, coming down Blood Mountain, Blood Mountain, and I think there was like Slaughter Creek or something, Slaughter Gap. Tell me this place ain't haunted. But anyway, by all the prisoners that they probably slaughtered. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So the second time I actually did a face plant into the trail, and that's because I was running. And the reason I was running, though I had a good reason, the reason I was running is this mountain crossings place here. It's at a crossroads, so there's this like little general store here that was supposed to close at 5. And I realized if I kept walking, I was going to miss it by about 5 minutes. So I decided to run so I could get here like with 10 minutes to spare, because I really wanted a bottle of Coke. And I was just craving it. I was like, I need something with sugar and besides water. So I decided to run, fell, went face first, went, geez, is it really worth doing this and getting injured just to try to get to a store before it closes? And I decided yes. So I got up and I ran again. And luckily I didn't fall this time. Got here with like 10 minutes to spare. And the first thing someone says to me is, you know, this place closes at 6, right? Apparently during the bubble season of hiking, their hours are till 6, not 5. So I didn't have to run. So, but that time I actually got a little scraped up or bumped, got a bump on my head because I went face first into the dirt and got my clothes all dirty. So that's another reason why I'm at the hostel here, to wash all my clothes after I just washed them yesterday. And plus to kind of check all my little scrapes and things. My knees got a little scraped up. But anyway, so that was my first for today. Other than that, it was a great day.